Hello, my name is Peter, and today I'll be discussing some Russian music. Welcome to Russia. Russia is the largest country in the world by land and has a population of about 144 million people. Some of Russia's greatest composers from the 1800s include Nikolai Rimsky-Korsakov, Pyotr Ilyich Tchaikovsky, and Igor Stravinsky. In the capital city of Moscow, you can see the famous St. Basil's Cathedral in Red Square, along with the Kremlin, including fortress walls and towers. Shown here are many traditional Russian instruments, although I will be only focusing on the balalaika today. Some facts about the balalaika. The balalaika is a 3-string lute that originated in the 1700s from the domra, which is a rounded 3-string instrument. The balalaika has a flat triangular shape and comes in 7 different sizes: piccolo, prima, secondo, alto, tenor, bass, and contrabass, with prima being the most popular one. It looks something like this. The prima has measurements of 30 centimeters on each side of the triangle, with the whole instrument being about 3 feet tall. It has a small round hole, and strings are strung over a pressure bridge, like a violin. Its strings are tuned E-E-A, an octave above middle C. The strings are normally plucked and are made of steel, nylon, or sometimes sheep and goat intestines. Originally used for folk music, the balalaika soon became popular in the orchestras in the 1900s. The origins of the balalaika. The origins of the balalaika can be dated back to the 1600s, where medieval singers, performers, and jugglers played for celebrations such as weddings and festivals. These jesters were called skomorokhi in Russian and dressed up in costumes. In 1648, Tsar Alexei Mikhailovich banned the playing of the domra, resulting in the creation of the balalaika. With its triangular shape, it was easier to make than the rounded domra in case of confiscation. The balalaika then experienced a period of revival in the late 1800s by Vasily Vasilievich Andreyev. Living from 1861 to 1918, he is currently known as the father of the balalaika. After hearing one of his workers playing it, he modernized it, creating 5 different sizes, and promoted it as the national instrument of Russia. He taught people how to play and handed out free instruments. His Russian balalaika orchestra would eventually tour Europe and America. Today, balalaikas can be found in large orchestras, small groups, or even solo street performers. About the balalaika music. The prima balalaika has a chattering high-pitched sound, so chastushki music was developed, with a word originated from the Russian word chastit, meaning to speak rapidly. These playful dance songs developed in the countryside and were short satirical songs sung by peasants and were important in village life. The main ingredient in balalaika music is harmony, or the combination of multiple notes to create chords. The melody can be characterized as short and repetitive, and a lot of balalaika music has a polka feel to it. Although the balalaika started out in folklore and original compositions, it began to gain the attention of highly skilled professional musicians, or virtuosos, who eventually brought the instrument into contemporary composers like Mozart and Tchaikovsky. The balalaika can be heard in some art compositions and film scores today. About the musical style. Here are some musical components to listen to when viewing the upcoming piece. A lot of Russian music starts out slow and speeds up to a faster tempo. This cycle can repeat multiple times throughout a piece. The rhythm sounds more drawn out in the slower sections and staccato in the fast sections. The combination of plucking can make it feel tingly. The beat is usually regular and also follows the tempo, with solos being in free time. I will play a short piece called Valinki for you now. This song is called Woolen Boots in English. A man sings about how his boots are so old, worn, and unwearable that he can't go out to see his sweetheart. The musicians are playing balalaikas, domros, a gusli, bayans, which are Russian accordions, flutes, a percussion set, and an oboe. Notice how the performers are wearing red, white, blue, which are the colors of the Russian flag. Also, a lot of Russian music is about snow, the winter, or the cold due to Russia's geographic region. My connections. So my father, a few years ago, he was playing in the American Balalaika Symphony Orchestra as a percussionist. You can see his picture on the right. And on the left, you can see a lot of the traditional Russian instruments brought up at the beginning of the presentation, with most of the composition being of balalaikas. They play about 3 times a year, and they played one of their songs was Valenki, the song that we just heard. Thank you for listening to my presentation today.